Locked. This is a really interesting movie. I go into a lot of movies blind, so I knew nothing about the concept of this one. So all I knew is that Pennywise is in it. What's his name? Bill Skarsgård. And Anthony Hopkins was in it. And I wasn't really sure what he was going to do because Anthony Hopkins is old. It's not like he can do that much. So I wasn't really sure what this movie was going to be. And to be honest, this is a stream it kind of movie. And that recommendation is a very light recommendation. Like, if you're just scrolling through Tubi or like a service like that that's free, and you like, I'm bored, I want something entertaining enough to check out, that's kind of interesting, this isn't a bad one. I don't think it fully works. Basically, the concept of this movie is you got this guy who's down out of his luck. He has a lot of regrets in life. He's kind of going down a life of crime, or has in a sense. And so he goes and breaks into this car. Well, this car set up a death trap for this dude because Anthony Hopkins is messing with him. So he starts messing with him psychologically. And I think this is a movie that I think the concept is fun and you're on the edge of the seat, like what's going to happen, sort of thing. That's why I say it's a fun stream it. Like you have an enjoyable time with it. Bill Skarsgård's fun in the movie. And the Hopkins fun in the movie. They kind of know what they're doing. They're playing around. But I think the problem with this movie is it thinks it's so much smarter than it is. I mean, there's all these complex themes that it doesn't really dive into, but just kind of raises for a second. Like, hey, the guy talks about the laws of this country being here for the rich, and not just this country, I guess, but he's American, so he's clearly talking about this country, about the laws being there for the rich, and stuff like that, and those kind of themes, which is true. And there's a lot of that in it, and there's a lot of what does it really mean to be a good person, like kind of Saw death trap stuff. But where Saw kind of makes you think about those questions a little bit and plays around with that, this movie is really just raising those to keep you kind of engaged, but not really doing anything with it. So it felt very substanceless in some of its commentaries and ideas that it was trying to propose to you. And so it just left me empty by the end of this movie. Like, oh, okay, you raised the interesting questions and ideas about real world philosophies, but it wasn't an entertaining movie. It was just kind of there. By the end of it, I was just really bored with this one. In the sense that by the end of it, I was entertained, but I left feeling empty. Because I felt like the movie was trying to do more, and it didn't really succeed in that.